Welcome back and thank you for joining us. Sincere apologies for joining the program a bit late. Hauwa, good morning once again.
Good morning.
All right, now it's time to open the phone lines and we want to hear your thoughts this morning. You can call us in or you can send us a WhatsApp message. And today we're tackling a question that touches the lives of every Nigeria, our fight against corruption. Now, behind the staggering billions lost to embezzlement and fraud every year are real people, children in schools without desks or textbooks, patients in hospitals waiting endlessly for care, farmers unable to access subsidies, and families struggling to make ends meet, while public resources vanish into the wrong hands. Now, corruption does not just take money. It steals opportunity, hope, and trust. It deepens inequality and leaves ordinary Nigerians bearing the brunt while a few profit. And yet, governments and anti-corruption agencies continue to launch campaigns and prosecute cases. But is it enough? Are these efforts actually improving lives, or are we stuck in a cycle where the rich get richer and the rest of us are left behind? Now, today we want to hear from you, our viewers. How has corruption affected your community? Do you feel progress is being made, or are we still fighting a losing battle? It's time for you to pick up your phones and call us in. The numbers are displayed on your screen, and you can also send us a WhatsApp message. Let's discuss corruption this morning. As a nation, as a country, are we fighting corruption? Are we winning the cases that we have on ground? However, when you look at, the corruption cases, or rather when we want to talk about corruption in Nigeria, it's really a mixed picture, because we really cannot say, oh yes, we're winning the fight against corruption, because we still have lots of corruption cases on ground, that are yet to be attended to. We still have, corruptions ongoing right now that we're having this conversation. And yes, we have the EFCC, we have the ICPC, and the EFCC have been able to get a good record for, getting these people in office that are into corruption. But then the big question is,
I actually have a bone to pick with that. We see the FCC, yes, they do follow through, invite those that have been suspected or alleged suspects of these corruption. But at the end of the day, the problem that we do have is getting to the end of the line, getting to the courts, making sure that everything, all due processes are being followed. But let's take our first caller.
Our first caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Usman Santaraki, calling from Yola.
Good morning, Usman Santaraki.
Good morning.
As regards to the topic of the day, we are not winning anything on the corruption. Corruption has become endemic in Nigerian psyche, both in our characters, either at home or outside our home. So the fight against corruption is nothing. Even the EFCC that was set up is mere bulldog that cannot bite. It only bites when you are perceived to be an enemy of the administration in power. So Nigeria is not winning any war. Hauwa, don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Maimuna and Hauwa, don't be deceived. There is no any winning war against corruption in Nigeria.
Now, how do you think we can win this war against corruption, Usman Santaraki?
Hauwa, we can win if we change our perception. We can win the war if we change our perception as Nigerians and we do things according to the right rituals. But if not, we are not winning anything. We are just deceiving ourselves. I'll give you an example. You go to anywhere, any ministry or department or agency, before things will be done for you, you have to bribe your way. Is that not corruption? A small boy, if you send him on an error, he should touch you or should cut you. Is it not corruption? So we are only talking about corruption. We even said that agency is not doing anything in regards to winning the war against corruption, honestly speaking. Go die and have a nice day. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much,
Usman
Usman
Santuraki,
Santuraki. You know,
calling
I
in.
want to add something on what I made mention, and from all looks of things, it has become a fiber of our being in Nigeria. It has become normalized to the point that corruption is not seen as anything. It's come to a point where it seems like everyone says if you can't beat them,
you join them.
And that is absolutely what would break the society, what would break the structure, the system as well. Because if you do not see something that is wrong as wrong, you see it as neutral or as right or as a rite of passage, then we have a problem. It will continuously happen. But still on the matter,
we have a caller.
Exactly.
Hello, good
we
morning.
have a caller.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, my sisters. I'm calling from Abakaliki, State.
What's your name, please?
Also Friday, Maslinos.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
This topic is very interesting, but I wanted not to contribute, but let me contribute to a little because corruption in Nigeria is one of the problems we have. In terms of winning the war or the corruption, because corruption is meant for those who from this position, after governor, you go to Senate. From Senate, you go to this thing. How will somebody always say that somebody in position, sometimes they will not even prove that person or whatever. Or they may not even prove even if they, because it's always based on having connection with those in government. So prove that person is always difficult. But one thing about to win it, what I was talking about how to win it, I'm advising that those should be agents of that should be the workers of those agencies, or the head people of that agency should be Christians or clerics, like those people that are either a reverend father or pastor or imam or whatever. So those people who are trusted based on moral grounds will not even do anything or do anything, but appointed by the president and one of the workers of the president. At least somebody appointed him. We should make it in the way that if you should come to a National Assembly or whatever, and it must be a well-renowned clergy. So that if we know whether they...
All right, I think we lost that
caller. Yes.
Caller. I have a question to ask Hauwa, because we have seen, reports. We have heard reports about this corruption cases, and if you look at it, we still have, some major corruption cases. Yes, several major corruption cases that are ongoing at the moment, and then yet we still have not, come to a conclusion to know if these people will be brought to book. For example, we have the former governor of CBN, Godwin Emefiele. His case is still on the pipeline, and we don't know at what end.
This morning as well, we heard of the discrepancies that just happened, or the House of Representatives is summoning the CBN to give an explanation of the discrepancies of about 16 trillion naira unremitted so far. So you see these kind of things with the NNPCL saga going on as well. Let's take our
then we have Shetima
Yakudima
on the line. Good morning, Shetima. Thank you for calling in.
Good morning, Shetima.
Good morning, Maimuna. Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Trust TV family. Good morning, Nigeria. This is Shetima Yakudima calling from Maiduguri.
Good morning, Shetima. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Thank you. And Nigeria corruption fight. Are we winning? Of course, why not? We are going to win. But the thing is, we have to prepare. All of us will have to be prepared for that winning. At the family level, at the government sector, everywhere in the schools, we have to prepare for winning. And we should not give up. No matter how old this corruption is, one day we are going to out of it. But we have to be just committed, as I say. As a father and mother, you have to train your children. You have to show them the consequences of that corruption. You have to show them they can survive without even being corrupt. Even in the government sector, those at the top, they have to set example. And those in the middle cadre and the lower cadre. I know. We wake up when there is no corruption in Nigeria. And gradually corruption comes to be. So we have to do something about it. We have to tell our children and our students in the school good name is better than gold and silver, as our elders they are telling us when we are young. Good name is better than gold and silver. Whatever money that you accumulate, if it is if at all it was through corruption, society knows, and that respect is no longer there. I can remember in those days where if you have involved in corruption, it has become a disgrace, to your family. At all, the members of the family that have been dodging their pay. If care is not taken, they will even disown you. They will not associate with you because of that attitude of corruption. But nowadays we are celebrating those who are corrupt. But we thank God, government have restored history as a course in the secondary school. That can also help. That lesson of social study is very, very important. We read about our leaders who have been committed, those who have zero corruption in their mind, and they serve this country. People like Tafawa Balewa, people like Sardauna of Sokoto, Dr. Inangi Azukwe, Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Look at these people. I have a story to share with Nigeria. Sardauna of Sokoto was, he was in Kaduna. When official trip take Tafawa Balewa. Tafawa Balewa, then he was first in command or second in command, I can say. When Tafawa Balewa come to Bauchi, come to Kaduna, he want to visit his family in Bauchi. He have to borrow transport money, from Sardauna. Being a second in command, he have to borrow money, transport money. There is an official car he said he will not use. This is personal trip. It's not an official trip. He dumped that official car. He borrowed transport money. When he was paid salary, he paid Sardauna back. This is the people that we're supposed to be copying. These are the people that we're supposed to be looking for. But what after all nowadays, somebody as a counselor, you will wonder how he will accumulate all that money. And a father, you enroll your child in nursery school. You have been parading to the teachers and giving them money, all for you to see your child become number one. What the hell? You don't bother whether that education has been inculcated into his brain. You don't care. What you want to see number one on his report card. At the street level, a hawker will cheat you as a customer. He will hide the good products. He will sell the bad products for you. All this is a corruption. A child cannot go errand unless you give him something. We have to stop all this. We have to know that our leaders are our leaders. We keep on praying for them. And all these corruption bodies, the agencies, we have to pray for them, for success. If this thing has been win, it is it is for all of us, and we are going to benefit out of it. But by God's will, inshallah, Nigeria will be out of corruption one day. I assure all Nigerians for that. Inshallah. Thank you so much and happy nice day.
Thank you very much. We're also
that.
Hopeful that corruption would wipe off the surface.
We have to have a strong hold on our morals. Those are the most important things when it comes to making sure that corruption is eradicated. And aside from that, making sure that there are consequences when those actions are being perpetrated, because it's become so rampant that it's not seen as anything we've heard from this and that all the way around, and looking at it, it is always that the everyday Nigerian is the one to suffer these type of acts. But looking at these situations of recent, it is quite alarming that you would see that in the fiber of our morals, our beings, that we don't understand that there's a purpose that you are there, and that purpose is making sure that you serve Nigerians the way that you're supposed to. And at the end of the day, if you do not do that, you have to face the music. You have to answer to all your actions, each and every kobo that has been allocated or has been said has been spent by your ministries, departments or agencies. You have to answer to that.
Absolutely, Hauwa. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Auntie Hauwa and
Maimuna, yes.
Good morning.
And
Good morning.
the person behind the scene. Good morning to him. He's doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning. So what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Daniel, calling from Jalingo.
Good morning, Daniel. Go ahead.
I have said this without number. The only way out to win corruption in Nigeria, as we pass death sentence for kidnappers, they should pass death sentence for those kidnapping our money. That is the only way. Once you pass death sentence, corruption, just as Oga from Maiduguri mentioned, it cut across every sector, every part of our life, from our nuclear setting, that is the micro setting, the family, to the larger society. It is there. So once death penalty is attached to corruption, I can bet with my life, this thing will stop in Nigeria. All this issue of this one is Muslim or this one is Christians, or it will stop. It's just because we didn't take it serious. Once somebody collected what does not belong to him, try him, take him to his village. You don't need to put him in Abuja and fire him. Take him to his village, look for the village square, gather people, tell Nigerians or tell those people in the village that this is what your man do. So for this is, people will run away from Corruption Act. That is the way out. There are countries that are doing this thing and they are getting it correct in every of their dealings. Just as Oga said, you go to the family, you cannot send a child, he will be telling you, now Zakabiani. Unlike some of us, we trek 3-4 kilometers in those days just to have a good name. But nowadays, children, you send him for 20 naira something, he will be thinking how to shortchange you inside that 20 naira. See, let's do it the rightful way. That sentence is the right thing for Nigeria. Nigeria fears that very well. Nigeria, anything that has to do with death, Nigerians are very, very afraid of that. So once we put that, I think we are going to get it right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel, for calling in and sharing your thoughts. Well, the phone lines are still open and the numbers are displayed on your screen. If you have something to say concerning the fight against corruption in Nigeria, and if you think that we are winning the war against corruption, do well to call in and share your thoughts. You can also send us a WhatsApp message. Would love to hear from you this morning. I like the fact that we're discussing corruption this morning, and we're going back to the foundations, which is family,
yes.
And it's very, very important. Yes, it's very important.
Before you continue, and I would like to add that for the callers, for our viewers, if you think that there's an option, a suggestion of how we can fight this corruption and for it to be gotten rid of, done and good, give us a suggestion as well.
All right, we have Abasin Kong on the line before we continue the conversation. Hello, good morning, Abasin Kong. Thank you for calling in this morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Abasin Kong. Thank you for joining us.
This is Abasin Kong calling from Gombe State.
Thank you for calling in, Abasin Kong. Kindly go ahead.
Maimuna Bagudu, I want to really appreciate you. I want to also appreciate Hauwa for the journalism, what do they call it, beautiful one. I really want to appreciate all of you.
Thank you.
And sincerely speaking, when we talk about corruption, in Benue State, there's a particular state, Makodi, it produces governor. There is other clients like Otukpo, Utonkom, Igede, they have never produced governor. Is that not corruption? So when you have two settings and one is continually producing a governor, is that not corruption? It's corruption. So it has eaten deep into our system. I heard from Shetima and the last caller, they actually spoke my mind. I want us to understand that in China, once they find out that you are corrupt, outright death by penalty, we need to introduce it. Now, going straight to the point, I want to start by appreciating the governor of Borno State, because he knows he cannot fight corruption, he cannot fight insurgency. What did he do? He had to run to God. He said, clergymen, Christians, Muslims, please, let's pray to this God. Oh, as they did it in Nineveh. There's a country called Nineveh in those days. They prayed and fasted, and what did God do? God heard them. So once we leave God aside, nothing goes positively. Everything about that country goes negatively. America stays tight. America embraces God. That is why God is always with America. We must embrace that. I also want to plead with our president. He's really trying, but he has psychophants and other wrong advisors attached to him. But he should go to God. He should take the footstep of the governor of Borno State by going to God. Declare one day fasting. Number 3 that I want to talk about is power of attitude. Our attitude towards things is zero. We put corruption amongst everything. If I don't have money now, I go to the village, I will not be recognized. Somebody that's stolen Nigerian money goes to the village now. You'll be seeing people will be lying down. People will be hailing him. So our attitude to power of attitude, that attitude must stop. Policy credibility. What is policy credibility? We have a lot of people who their credentials are not up to date, and they are still serving. I listened to your program. Somebody who went to Oluwole and got 2 degrees. And then these 2 degrees, he was given an appointment in 2 different places. And then I also want to add here that if you go to the police mechanized salary section, in fact, President Tinubu has a lot of work to do, because you have thieves there. What do I mean by that? Ghost workers. In the military, we have ghost workers. In the federal parastatals, we have ghost workers. And is that not corruption? So there are a lot of things that needs to be checked. Ideology. What is our ideology? What our ideology? Are we transparent? Those in power, are they transparent to ensure that the ones in the micro and macrocosm and the macro and the microcosm do the right thing? In a triangle, a triangle is just the rulers eating. No middle class. First class, second class, third class, in no day. So must this continue to happen? There is problem. Sincerely speaking, my sisters, you people are really doing wonderful work. I want to really appreciate you people. And not only that, I want to appreciate Dr. Suleiman, the former, I think, editorial board or something like that. Because he has really put Trust TV in a circle that makes this Walesoika investigative journalism has come to stay, where Musulu and one other won the award. I want to appreciate the entire member of Trust TV for the security coverage. One, you have been able to make me aware of Dr. Abbas, who is in Kiyawa, that fake doctor that have been arresting people and killing people. And then those young people in Abuja that have been harvesting kidney and paying for small money. I also want to appreciate Trust TV because of with 5 rocket launchers. In fact, you people are doing wonderfully well. I want to appreciate you people, but understand that life changes very quickly in a very positive way. If you let it loose, you will pay dearly for it. We must not let it loose. Remember, Nigeria plays a very key role in the community of nations. I am one person that can fix security in this country. I've been saying it time and time on TV. This is the time with National Guard. Look at what happened in Benin Republic, very close to us. If we don't put National Guard on board, there will be problems. At least I was part of the people that Babangida brought up as National Guard to checkmate the military and the police. In between, America introduced National Guard. Look at what they wanted to do to how they killed that lady and one other, the National Guard who were guiding. Sincerely speaking, there are a lot of things we need to check. Thank you, Trust TV. God bless you. I appreciate.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Abasin.
Wonderful television. God bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you, Abasin Kong, for calling in and sharing your thoughts. Well, the phone lines are still open and the numbers are displayed on your screen. You can call us in to share your thoughts. You can also send us a WhatsApp message. Hauwa, let's take some couple of WhatsApp messages. We have our first message from Aminu Saleh from Jalingo, Taraba. And it says, good morning, Hauwa and Maimuna. I would like to register that the fight against corruption in Nigeria is not being won because all we do is that we pay lip service to the fight against corruption. My reason is that right from the onset, budget padding from the National Assembly kickstarts the corruption circle where funds are siphoned into private pockets before the little left are put into shallow and white elephant projects found all over the country. In addition, EFCC and ICPC only go after people who are not in power. Therefore, I think the powers of these organizations should be broadened to prosecute even officials who are still in power. Thank you. Thank you, Aminu Sali, for sending in your message.
All right, next up, we have a message with no name, but do make sure you attach your name while sending a WhatsApp message. This one says, good morning, Trust TV. How can they stop corruption while all of them are corrupt? Is it only Emefiele, senators and ministers? How many of the past leaders in this nation have been put to jail? Thank you very much for that.
Next up, we have a message from Nandi Bete from Ogoja, and he says on Nigeria's corruption fight, good morning, Trust TV. Corruption was one of the excuses given by the military when, when they terminated the life of the First Republic in 1966. Ironically, the military over the years, through the likes of Abacha and his loot, for instance, elevated corruption to a scientific height. The political class too appear to be giving corruption a new definition. They say if you occupy a political office and do not steal to come out wealthy, you'll be regarded a failure. Even civil servants, even civil servants tell us snakes invade their offices and swallow millions of naira. In short, corruption is a swarm of stubborn locusts that has ferociously invaded our farmlands, and we appear helpless. No, we are definitely not winning over the corruption fight. Thank you, Nandi Bete, for sending in your message.
All right, next up, we have a message from Adamu Muhammad Usman from Kapang Hausa in Jigawa. And he says, good morning, everyone. Well, we have to be sincere to ourselves. To me, there's little improvement to that regard. That means we are winning in the fight against corruption. We should be patient, small. Change is a gradual process. But please, sentiment aside, the Hizbah body is trying to, in some Muslim states. To that regard, and in my state, Jigawa, the Governor, Malam Umar Namadi, has established a body at state level to fight such menace, and we are witnessing or seeing results. Thank you, Your Excellency. At this juncture, I want to appeal to everyone to be committed in fighting the corruption because it is a collective project. The parents at home, teachers in schools, religious clerics in churches and mosques, the media and managers in offices, etc. May Allah guide us all right. Thank you very much, Adamu Muhammad Usman, for that.
All right, we've come to the end of this segment. So thank you to everyone who called in and also sent in their WhatsApp messages. Together we can put our hands together to fight corruption in our country, Nigeria. I mean, talking from the home, it is very, very important that we instill these values and morals in our children and even in schools as well. Now we take a short breather now, and when we come back, we'll dive into our discussion segment. And this morning we'll be looking at Nigeria's corruption challenge, analysis on existing gaps amid global pushback. We have a public affairs analyst who will be joining us to help us make sense of this topic. We'll be right back shortly.